What if the secret to perfect parenting was admitting that none of us have a clue?
The truth, we're two real moms figuring it out in real time and keeping it real along the way.
Each episode, we're calling BS on perfection and bringing you raw combos with parents and professionals who aren't afraid to go there.
Because what if the real parenting hack was dropping truth bombs instead of pretending like we got it all together? Let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Truth Moms. Today we're gonna have some fun.
Have some
Just
fun.
like a girl chat. I've just been wanting to do this for a while. Just talk about unpopular opinions, like things that typically people like or don't like that I'm like, I can't get behind that, or not behind it, but I'm just like, I am totally opposite. And I wanted to, each have 5 or 6 of them and just see what the other one thinks. And just have a fun little girl chat. I want to have some fun in these first few episodes this season, just because we're getting used to the studio before we start to bring guests in and stuff. So thought it might be fun.
Yeah, it just took us 2 hours to get this set up.
Yeah. So
we're really trying to figure out, we learned a big lesson on gain today, and there it is. That I literally thought to myself, I was like, let's not do Riverside until like 7 years from now, but we'll get there.
I learn a big lesson on gain every day nowadays.
Yeah.
Gosh. I'm not feeling the best today. I will put that out there. Just being real.
And you still didn't cancel, which I'm very surprised, because
No,
I'm that person. If I don't feel my best, I'm just like, I'm not doing it.
No. But hey,
Especially pregnant.
We were talking yesterday. We recorded yesterday, the first episode, and we didn't get Brittany on some of it. So I think we're going to be doing just an audio only.
Yeah. So we'll see what today does. Cause we got it triggered for so instead of so we learned about batteries and then power sources. So I think we should be in a good place that I'm on today, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So just have some
settings
fun.
And cameras and things like that. All the things you don't realize when you're not. So like anybody can talk, right?
Yes.
Anybody can. And I think that's the power of like understanding, especially when you talk about what's going on in like the entertainment industry and like all these people without jobs. And you're like, you don't realize like lighting and sound and just the camera. And like, I think we've brought friends who have been in the industry over probably 4 or 5 times to be like, hey, can you help us set this? Because it's confusing. It's not just like setting the camera and going. So,
and like, there's so many nuances, because if you get one piece of equipment, like you need this cord, and then it has to hook up to another piece of equipment that can hit. It's just a lot of little tiny things you don't realize.
When we talked about it the last episode, we were like, hey, sometimes like the things that people tell you to get don't actually fit in your space.
Right.
And then also like you're learning a new process. And I was asking her, I was like, so do you have this like in a setting? And she's like, no, because we're still like tweaking and things like that. And so even trying to figure out how we can save it for next time so we can just press the button. I don't even know if that's a possible thing for 90% of it, but it's just crazy the things that you learn like when you're doing it.
Speaking of gains, I want you to let you know we have some seismic activity over here.
I see it over there. Look, we're in the orange.
Yeah, we're doing good. So I think we're
all
good
of our
for
sound engineers. If you're listening in, let us know how it sounds.
Yeah, they're like, not so great.
Yeah.
Okay, so want to talk about unpopular opinions.
Okay, you start this, because I feel like I thought I understood where we were going with this, and now I'm not so sure. So you start.
I think you thought it was more serious, maybe. Okay. One that really makes me mad.
One that grinds my gears.
One that grinds my gears. Let me get comfortable for this one, because it's gonna send me. I don't understand people, and I understand if you want to have a really, really, really fancy wedding, but I don't understand people that don't allow children to come to weddings.
Ooh.
I think that children at weddings are the best part.
Well, what if that part, like, okay, so we have a lot of people in our age range and younger that are like, we don't want children like at all in our life.
Yeah.
So.
And this is my opinion.
Okay, but like why? That's what I'm saying. Like
why? I think the best part of a wedding is seeing little kids out on the dance floor. I think it's so cute. I had kids at my wedding. I was like, bring your kids. Come on. Like, I don't care. A lot of people do it to save money, or they're like, well, we want the parents to enjoy the night out. And I'm like, do you know how stressful that is? Like, especially if it's a wedding that is out of town. And they're like, okay, we'll have a babysitter on site or back at the hotel. I'm like, not happening. Sorry. Like, I don't know the babysitter. I don't know the hotel.
But even if you do, so let's say you brought your own babysitter, right? You're paying for that person's travel and their time. And
right.
And there's a lot of unknowns in there. And, I totally understand that. If it's a baby free in my life right now, if there are baby free things and it causes me one iota of stress to figure it out, I just say no.
I just say no. That's where I'm at right now too. I get if you want to do it, but it's so common now. Like I have not been to a wedding since my own, I believe, that has had a child friendly wedding.
Really?
Yeah. Or no, my brother's was child friendly too. So we like children, but no one else does. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I get it in the sense if like, if okay, like it depends on. I said this to PJ too because he has a friend who is we're headed in our 40s. Like PJ's about to turn 40. Like I'm 36. We're looking forward into like the next stage of life, and so at our stage of life, most of our friends, a lot of our friends, have kids or are married or in that stage. So I would say if you're in that and your kid, unless you've like elected to be kid free, if you have kids and you say no kids, that I don't quite understand. But if you're younger, like we had a lot of friends in our 20s that we call them dinks, dual income, no kids.
Yeah.
What I've learned now having kids and being the first in my friend group to have those children is that, and this isn't like a condescending thing. I think that when people don't have kids and they hear this, they're like, but that person's not listening to this podcast anyway. It sounds condescending at the time until you're like, oh shit, I had a baby, now I get it. To uproot your life. Like I have a friend who is, she's an amazing human and she's there for all of us. We have kids, but she doesn't have any kids. The things that she says are hard in her life to like manage time. Like, oh, sorry, I can't make that because I like have to go take my dog for a walk or something. You really don't get that level of understanding of how difficult managing time with children are until you actually have children. So I think in that scenario, like if my sisters were all to get married right now and they were like no kids, I would begrudgingly understand that because they have no idea.
No, I understand.
I agree with you.
I'm like, as a person, like even when I was a dink, I was like, kids, come on. They're so cute at the wedding.
Yeah.
And I understand like if you're going down to the bridge, you're having a black tie, like wedding. Absolutely. But if like you're at a farm, like kids they're not going to eat that much. Like,
right.
And I think it's also on the wedding venues that are making it like a full plate to not make it, like, okay, there's like a kid's like add-on or whatever.
Or they just don't want like kids drawing on the walls. I don't know. I get like, this quote has stuck with me forever because the airplane stuff that always happens. It's like, you're entitled to a child-free, lifestyle in your own life, but you're not entitled to a child-free life outside of the public. Like there's just not, they're here and they're here to stay. Like children are... they're making the world go around. Yeah. So, to add on that, then my unpopular opinion is now that we are in this stage of life, to say if you are having a birthday party that the siblings can't come.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. So, and here's the thing. I understand budgeting so much. I get that, right? Like we decided we're not going to do birthday parties. We're going to do vacations and like whoever wants to come pays their own way.
Yeah.
But, like if you are going to do like a big birthday party at your house or something like that, like I would really think about the difficulty of, if the children are within certain age ranges, right? Like, I'm not saying if you have like a 12-year-old and a 2-year-old. I'm saying if you have like a 2, 3, 4-year-old and you're saying only the 3-year-olds can come. So you're leaving the other ones to go. I don't quite understand because so like I would be very selective on who I invited, right? Instead of inviting maybe the entire class, I would invite people who my kid is closer with, knowing that maybe like 1 or 2 of those babies will come because that is not easy to leave one child, especially if you're a single parent home. Like that's hard,
I didn't know people actually did that.
Yeah, it was to save money, right? It's all about saving money. And I get it. We live in a very budgeted world. So I would make budgeted decisions and I would say, hey, look, if I can only have, I don't even know, man. Then like forego like the $7,500 balloon. Yeah.
Yeah. Like as long as you have enough, like I never run out of food at a party.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, come and eat all the food. Cause I'm not going to finish this.
Right.
So
I will say I went to a party once and I had a newborn and a toddler and I got looked at like I was crazy. And I was like, my newborn's just on my boob. but
Really?
it was more, I guess, to them that like I couldn't wrangle my kid.
Okay.
But that doesn't make sense to me either because it's a birthday party and they should all be playing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
I understand like zoo tots at the Nashville Zoo, like they don't let you bring a newborn, but you have to be really hands-on with them through the class because they move very fast through the activities. You have to wrangle them.
And again, that's a paid event and they're very clear about that. Right.
It's like a classroom.
Right.
So like I get it, but like, yeah, no, I don't get that either. Like, like you pick like a trampoline park or like a backyard where they can just run free. You shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
think that we've created these scenarios and I fully understand, again, budget, but if you're making a decision on convenience, that really, I feel like we get into this stage of our, like our generation of things. Like we're very selfish. And I think a lot of the times, again, outside of budget, I think it comes down to like, we just don't want to be bothered with someone else's like problems or kids. Like, like maybe I'm going to need an extra hand to watch River because I'm paying attention to a baby that may need nap time, but I want River to enjoy her time with her friends. Like you would think like how we are like, hey, I'm going to have an extra grandma or like, I'll take River and we'll go walk down to the park real quick. Like, I think that we need to start building community where that doesn't feel like we have to make those decisions. I agree. I feel like sometimes that we do these baby parties, it's like people in classrooms who have no relationships with the moms. Like, it's just, I would say like even in River's like school, her like pre-K situation, I barely know any of them. I try. I really am like, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, like, and I see them because we all have kind of like similar lifestyles with care. And it's just not a world where we like engage anymore. It's like so strange. So I get it. Like you don't want me to bring an extra kid because you don't even know me.
Yeah.
You barely want me there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wish we get to a place where we start making things that are like more communal and we're more intentional on like who's around our kids and what's going on. And then maybe then it'll be more inclusive.
Yeah.
The weddings and the parties.
I just feel like it wasn't like that with us growing up. Like I remember going to
weddings because we
had
had block parties.
Yeah.
Like I
didn't have block parties.
You didn't have block parties?
No, maybe that was a Philly thing.
Like you guys, your like whole block didn't like shut down. No. And like your families all came out.
Maybe we had like one neighborhood party I can remember.
Okay, well, there's neighborhood parties, but I mean like there was like neighborhoods. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have really neighborhoods.
Nobody knows their neighbors anymore.
Nobody knows their neighbors anymore.
I think I came into this neighborhood and shook it up because I was like, "Hi, you're gonna know me. Come to our party." Like every time we have a party, like I'm like, everyone come because there's only I think 10 houses on this street.
Yeah. Just not the neighbors across the way, right?
No. There's a domestic.
But hey, that's good to know. But see, that's good. You know what's going on.
Yeah,
you
know? I know what's going on, and like just like neighborly, hi, like if something
like paying attention.
Yes, So, yeah. I don't think that there's that. I remember going to so many weddings when I was little, or I was in so many weddings when I was little, and it was so much fun as a little kid. Like that's when they get out there and dance.
Yeah.
Like
again, it's a community. I think it's less of like people. I think there are obviously the outliers of budget, but I think it's less that. I think it's more of just people like we just don't know how to interact anymore.
No, it's really sad.
Like I remember hanging out with like the older, like the grandpas and my aunts and uncles. And, like I would pretend at the weddings that I would like have like the beers and bring them the drinks. And stuff. Like I would, be playing with the DJ and do the Macarena. Like I don't really think that we just don't want to include children anymore because we need space. We constantly are looking for in parenting. We're constantly looking for mom needs a break.
Yeah.
And though that is very a thing, I do agree that mom needs a break sometimes. I feel like we use that excuse like throughout and we start to be like
turning down and stuff.
Right. And then it's very easy to use it against us. Like, well, we're giving you a break.
And it's like, no, you're stressing me out because now I have to find a babysitter.
Yeah. Because not all of us want to be away from our kids all the time. I hate to tell you that.
No, I don't.
I personally do not like being away from my children.
I hate it. Like I'm good like the first 2 hours. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then I'm like, get me home.
Yeah.
Like, get me home right now.
Like, I went to go drop something off. I came here and, like, on the way here, my kid's, like, calling me, like, Mommy, when are you coming home? I'm like, we're at the stage right now that, like, their separation anxiety is more important. And my relationship with my children are more important to me than, having a beer or whatever.
You don't even drink beer.
I don't even drink. Okay. Like, ginger beer.
One time I was like, Brittany, I can't wait until you and I are done like with our pregnancies and we'll go get a like a good margarita. She was like, no. I was like, okay.
I will say like I'm not like sober curious is probably where I'm at. Like I don't know, man. I just hate, unpopular opinion, I don't like drinking culture. I never did. And I think that I used to get offended that, like when we talk about very cavalier, like I remember Shannon like making fun of me, like I had to like chase my chasers, right? And I remember
that.
her being like, "Oh, don't be a baby," and and it was such a weird like condescending feeling in my brain that like, why can't I just enjoy alcohol? And now like it's so funny because we now come into this like new age of where drinking's not very trendy. And I'm like, okay, I was before my trend.
Yeah.
I just don't understand alcohol culture. I love going out one night and having a big banger. If we're on a vacation, like if we go on a vacation, and this is probably my upbringing because we grew up in that hometown setting.
Yeah.
And we grew up around like the typical like Irish Catholic neighborhood, I think maybe where, you just go to the neighborhood bar, McGillicuddy's or whatever. And
Right.
But that person is there every weekend. And so
Yes.
I started to see like my life had I just like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Let's go get a beer. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go get a drink.
Let's go catch the game.
Right.
There's 2 games this weekend. Like, it's
and everything
all
was
surrounded
about
by
drinking.
Yes.
And then, we like to, demonize, which I mean, obviously we should in some general circumstance, but we like to demonize technology, but alcohol was the first distraction.
It was. I agree. I felt like growing up, I get so sick from alcohol the next day that like, I really just wish I could stop, but like, I wouldn't be cool. Like I wouldn't have my friends. Like you're just afraid. Yeah. I mean, at least I was.
I wasn't. Actually, it's funny. It's funny that you said, well, I just couldn't understand going to a parking lot in the freezing cold and thinking it was a flex to drink. I just couldn't, my brain couldn't wrap around it. And then I was like, something's wrong with me. And then fast forward years later, a friend of mine like came up to my mom at a local bar in our hometown and was like, just so you know, Brittany never really liked to drink. I was like, thank you for remembering that. I was so uncool back then. It was memorable.
Yeah.
But
I just so uncool. It was memorable.
I just don't. I think that there are so many other things. I would rather hike barefoot in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
Than put a beer bottle to my mouth. It just doesn't feel fun. It doesn't feel like I'm constantly seeking like this podcast. Like, right? Like we're going to learn things. It's fun. It's exciting.
Up.
The reason why I enjoy the stress of like getting this all together is because we're expanding ourselves. Mm-hmm. There is no expansion in alcohol culture.
And we're connecting at the same time, which is something that you think you're doing in alcohol culture.
Yeah.
Is that you think you're connecting with people, but really you're not remembering anything.
Or you're making really bad mistakes you can't come back from.
Or you're making really shallow connections. And then when you're sober, you're like, I don't like that person.
Yeah. Because half those people that I was in alcohol culture with like my ex-boyfriends, like they all went away.
Yeah.
I don't talk to a single one of them.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with anything else except for I don't go to that bar anymore and drink.
Yeah.
So I don't see them.
Right.
And I thought it was so strange when we broke up that I was like, oh my gosh, what if I run into these people? We don't share the same, like we don't even go to the same stores.
I remember running into you when you were really drunk once and you were worried about that. You were like, my ex is over there. Do you remember that? I was like, just keep dancing. I was like, hi, Brittany.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
It was,
that was a time.
I think I had only known her for like Uncommon James at that point. We did not know each other that well, but I was just like, are you okay? You just were like, yeah. Anyways, okay.
Yeah. But I think I'm not trying to shame it, but alcohol is like, it is a poison. Yeah. Right. The whole idea of you being drunk is a hallucination because your liver 100%. Is losing its shit.
It's crazy how much we do it to ourselves and did it to ourselves. And
it's also the only drug that you detox from, you can die because your liver has, when you're detoxing your liver, you can actually die from trying to, and that's why during COVID, they didn't shut down. They won't shut down alcohol. That's why prohibition was such a problem, right? Mm-hmm. It's such a, to me, it just, and I'm not against like if I was going to Italy and I wanted to try the wine. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm not against alcohol.
Like experience drinking, like trying the wine, or like you said, like if we go get a margarita, let's get a really good one at like Bar Taco that has like good margaritas.
Yeah, that's what or go to Mexico. Well, do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like I just I'm an experience. Like I want to be. If I'm gonna wear the dress, I want to be in Disney World. That's all. I don't really understand the hoopla of like sitting in my hometown bar and drinking.
No. All right, let's see. Okay.
I love when you do that. You like set me up like I'm like it's gonna be like
It's really fun to watch you squirm.
I am all squirmy.
Concerts are the worst.
I hate concerts.
Oh, we're on the same page about this
Yeah,
one.
I'm not. My whole family are big concert people. They'll be like, "Oh, we went to like okay." I guess Post Malone was in town,
Yeah.
and they were like,
Those
"We got."
awful.
My aunt was like, "We gotta go," and then she was like, "I'm glad we didn't go. It was 50,000 people." I was like, "Yeah, that sounds like an absolutely awful shit night. Like I just don't. I don't want to be bumping into. No, leave me out of it."
Jomo watching that last night. I think it was, or 2 nights ago. It was like I saw people down there. I was like, thank God I'm not down there. I cannot stand crowds anymore. Number one. Number two, every time I go to a concert, I'm watching the big screen because you can't see them unless you have like front row seats and you're right there. Like you were sitting there watching that big screen. And I'm just like, why did I come? I could have watched this from home. I could have saved money.
I call it low blow, love
What?
of being left out.
Oh, low blow.
Yeah, leave me out.
Jomo.
You're Jomo and low blow.
Joy of missing out. It just sounds like a lot of like blowjobs or something.
No, like I don't know.
Lomo on the Jomo.
Low blow and the Joe blow.
Oh, that sounds like a Jonas Brothers song.
You know, it could be, honestly. But yeah, I no, miss me with that. I here's the thing, and I'm starting to get that way too about, and I love sports, but I'm starting to get that way too.
Yeah.
When I think about the amount of money on the ticket and the quality of what you're getting. Now, if you enjoyed the game, that's one thing. If you enjoy the artist, that's one thing. But if you think about the overall experience, I'm paying for a good seat, probably between $250 and $500 per ticket.
Way more.
Okay, way more now. Great.
Way
I'm
more.
definitely out then.
Yeah.
But let's just say that's it. Okay. So I'm talking about $300, maybe. Let's say, let's put it $500. So it's $500 a ticket. There's at least 2 of us going. That's $1,000 right there. And then that doesn't include anything but the seat, right? And then you're like, I'm gonna go eat food. The food is crap. None of it's good
awful.
for you.
You feel like you have to get a beer.
You feel like you have to get a beer, and then you're back in alcohol culture because how else are you going to enjoy it? And so if it's a company outing, like we do these things with Uncommon James, like we go to like the Nashville Sounds game, and we like get a big booth with everybody.
Right.
That is great because like it's a little, everybody's in like the box,
right,
and they get to enjoy each other's co-working experience. That I get, but this constant like just going and sitting and consuming, I think that's where like concerts and all of that. I'm not into it.
I'm not into it either. Actually was invited to go to a Cole Swindell concert for free because she actually knows Cole or something. And I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to go.
Like there are people who are like, I gotta get backstage passes, and I
Yeah,
think it's
I'm like,
because
no.
like I dated singers and I dated some like pretty well-known people in the industry, and I watched people just like lose their absolute shit. Like, and even in working for someone not in the music industry but in the entertainment industry, and how people just they just like their whole life becomes consuming this person and their content, whether it's music or entertainment or whatever. And I can't think of one person in the world that I would be like, oh wow, it's awesome to meet you, but I just wouldn't follow that person to the ends of the earth. Do you know what I mean?
I get that. I am there now. For a long time, it was Taylor Swift. Now,
I think it would be cool to meet her though. Like I do think
it'd be cool to meet her, but I can't get behind some of the stuff and some of the things that she's put out there.
But I will say, the more that people don't like someone, the more I tend to like them.
So now you're liking Taylor Swift?
I am
more?
really because I don't understand. Like because I'm an underdogger, and I think I don't know, like I'm not like into her music as in like knowing all the codes and stuff.
That's
all
the fun part
eggs.
to me. That's the part that I miss.
Yeah.
I don't like right now some of the lyrics and stuff like that. Like as I'm doing, my spiritual journey, I'm realizing like a lot of her lyrics, like she literally says in the brand new album, I make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. And I'm just like, okay, like don't necessarily want my kids to hear that. We won't, I can.
Yeah, she's definitely changed. But I will say, like, we listened to things that we listened to. We listened to Eminem growing up.
We listened to all this crap. I know. And that's what I think is so funny about our generation too. But another thing that she's doing now is like, she's just releasing all of these albums for people to just consume. And it's like ultimate capitalism and consumerism where these super fans are buying like the same album that just has one song or like a behind the scenes track, and it's just one, and it's like these limited releases, and these people will buy every single
Okay,
one.
take
and it
Taylor Swift
drives me
Taylor Swift out of
nuts.
the equation. Like Labubus are no different.
Oh yeah, well that's a whole nother
Like the craze of a tiny little
demonic
overpriced
looking doll.
Well, so
some of them are and some of them aren't.
no, well, that's the problem is that you don't actually know, right? Because the idea in Asian culture is that there are statues that protect against evil that look very much like them. Like in Thai culture, like if you go to a Thai temple, they have those over there. And so I'm guessing, I don't know if they're Korean or I'm not sure they're Asian behind. So the problem is, and this is something I learned when I went to that temple in Bali, is that things that are meant for a good cause often are overtaken by evil. And so I choose to believe the same way I believe about people is that you were created good. I don't think that these things were like, we're going to create this and we're going to intentionally, like Taylor Swift. I don't think that like,
No, she started
they're
off
going
great.
we don't think that they're going to be like, oh, I'm intentionally going to go after and hurt these people. I think that it evolves over time and you don't see yourself on the train. Like these Labubus like could have been like this cute little dolly, whatever. It went viral. And then all of a sudden it's now what people worship. That I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with the doll. I have a problem with how people idolize things so quickly.
So it's the evolution, essentially.
It's the idolization.
Yeah.
It's the instant, like because it's if it's not a drug, it's a different addiction. To me, like any type of that, like I have to, like if you have a visceral response to buy something immediately because it shows up on sale, or if you have a visceral response to listen to somebody because that's who you idolize as an artist, to me, that's the demonic part of it.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't be like, it shouldn't give you that addiction. Like that dopamine hit shouldn't be there, because to me, that is the ultimate, like, I'm a follower.
Gosh, I'm really addicted to monster trucks right now. So
That's okay. You know,
and you're just saying that. I'm like, oh wow, it's kind of gotten bad with Easton,
Yeah.
but no, it's like, it's fine.
I
That's
feel like
harmless.
I feel like my kids have that same, because I watch my, you know how like everybody, not that they're like whatever for their kids, but I watch myself through my child's eyes now, and I'm like people are like, oh, Easton has his monster trucks, and like, my friend, one of my girlfriends, like they absolutely love like their Disney. River doesn't have
a thing.
She has the IDGAF gene that I have. Like I don't,
That's
like,
really good.
But she's like, I really like this in the moment, and then I'm over it.
Because I get worried that like I'm fueling that a little bit, because
There's enjoyment. There's a difference between
it's
enjoyment.
like a thing, yeah, that we do. I mean, like if we're like at Kohl's or Target or Walmart, it's like, let's go down the monster truck aisle, let's see what they have, because sometimes they have these ones that like we can't find anywhere, and it's kind of a fun little hunt.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, I'm like just teaching him that, like, you know what I
But
mean?
if you're buying one, that's great. I'm talking about people that are buying like 17 different ones to make sure that they get the one they want. That's what's like, you know what I mean? Like they'll go broke over all of these
it's
things.
always one.
Or like, hey, my kid likes monster trucks, so I'm going to turn his entire world into monster trucks, and we're going to throw out every toy and it's only monster trucks. Like that, I feel like it's just overconsumption.
Yeah.
You know,
but
but
they need to be exposed to more stuff.
Yeah, there's a difference between joy, something that brings you like a little bit of joy and you like it, to over consuming.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I don't like concerts.
Back to concerts.
I just don't like.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm not into it.
Yeah,
like it's just not fun. Okay.
Unless it's like back in the day concert. If you're doing multiple artists and you're like trying to bring up nostalgia, I'll do that, like that, because that's like
something that you don't see often.
Like when the Backstreet Boys went on, and it was the Backstreet Boys and
not in sync, 98 Degrees, I think.
98 Degrees and
O Town.
No, wow.
I don't know if there's any.
It's a black group, and why did it? It's
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men.
Oh.
Wow,
ABC,
my brain.
DBD.
Yeah, I don't know why that just like Motown Philly back again.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah, like that I will do, because I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's funny. It's rare. Like they're not coming back around, and it's like it takes you back. It's nostalgic. I get that. Also, if it's like a small venue, like a Bluebird kind of situation, or like a Ryman, I'll
like
do
intimate
that.
settings. I like that,
which is great for Nashville. But I feel like also, just kind of like sidebarring this a little bit, but or going off on a little bit of a tangent off of this. Living in Nashville has made me actually hate the music industry and hate music more. Is that weird? Because I feel like I moved here because I loved it. Now I'm not as into like.
Okay, why?
Just because I think so everyone's a musician. It's not like
because you saw that you're in the big pond.
yeah, you're that. And like, they're like, oh, I work for this person. I'm like, okay. Like, I just
Everybody
don't,
knows somebody.
celebrities don't get me like, woo. Like I said, the only person that could maybe get me there and not really anymore was Taylor Swift. And now I'm just like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
I've gone to a backyard wedding and Keith and Nicole have been there. Like, it's just like very, very like,
Yeah.
they're people. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they are. I will say my my downfall being in Nashville, and I feel the same way, but the different reason is I see how quickly people, like, you get one good song and then you're the it person and everybody rushes to like
Yes.
eat your butthole, you know? I swear.
No, they do.
And then like
It's
you
just
get
a
your
good way of
15
putting
minutes
it.
of fame, and in those 15 minutes I have watched people turn into the most evil human beings, you know? And it's no different than when I talk about like when I kind of fed into the reality TV, right? It happened so quickly. And then even like the influencers from reality TV here, the entertainment world has been, I realized I would have never made it in Hollywood because
Oh, yeah.
I would be like, you're a bigot, you're a hypocrite, you're an asshole, you know? And I don't have that in me to just like overlook all of these bad behaviors. And it like kills me. Like, and then I watch that same person who got their 15 minutes of fame then turn into the dirt on the street.
Yeah.
And as quickly as it comes, it goes.
It goes very, very quick. And I think what's also sad about it is you meet so many amazing artists that have amazing voices, amazing talent, that can play a million instruments that are beautiful, that don't get the time of day. And it's like, so it's just like, what is it? And it's really, I mean, Kayla will tell you, I mean, like, there's a lot of darkness around the music industry. So just knowing all of that, I just don't get as into it. Like, I go to a restaurant and there's always like a live band everywhere you go, pretty much, not in this area, but I'm like, ugh, like, I just want to talk. Like, I don't want to have to scream over somebody.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of, I get it. It was fun for a little bit, but now I'm over it.
I agree.
All right, Mama, real quick before we keep going, if you've ever thought, why isn't this diet working for me? Or why do I always feel tired even when I'm doing everything right? It could come down to your genetics. That's why we love Max Gen Labs. Their at-home genetic tests help you understand how your body works, like how you process food, how you detox, what vitamins you actually need, and even your fitness tendencies. It takes all of the guesswork and it helps you make choices that actually fit your body. And here's the best part. Just for being a Truth Moms listener, you get 10% off any test. Just head to maxgenlabs.com and use code TruthMoms at checkout. Again, it's Truth Moms for 10% off, because knowing your body is the first step to feeling your best. All right, back to the show.
Okay, so moving on. Let's see. I have a few, so I'm just trying to pick out the good ones. Oh, I like this one. I really wanted to talk about this. I
Please talk.
love the Southwest cattle call.
I don't know what that means.
The Southwest cattle call, like the plane, like where you line up and you like.
Oh yes, I'm upset that we're getting rid of that.
Okay, why?
I agree.
Dang, we're not going to disagree on anything.
Dang it! I guess that's why we're friends.
Yeah.
It sucks. If I was like,
so mad about
I'm upset about it. That is what made Southwest. And like,
Yes.
I don't know. I honestly don't know why people got upset, because how nice is it to be able to pick where you want to seat?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, no,
sit. Like,
you don't.
no.
Oh,
get
you
the
mean like when
A-
you walk in?
Yeah, like you get
Yeah.
like you're like A boarding, B boarding. Because at the end of the day, like when they changed it to assigned seating, you're gonna be paying for the better seat anyway, just as if you would have paid for A boarding, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, why do people hate that so much?
I don't know. I think they hate the lining up part. Like, it is the only awkward thing about it is when you're like, okay, there's 30 to 35. Are you
it's
31
Well,
or
it's
34?
only because right. It's only because if people are like super sticklers. Like if someone's a 31 and I'm a 35, like or a 40 and I'm a 35, like I don't care. Get them in front of me, you know.
Also love how I don't know if they
It doesn't affect me anymore because it's the family boarding.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is that like, do we still get family boarding? Number one.
I don't know.
Number two, do they do that Delta? Because I really don't fly any other airlines unless someone else books it for me. Like
No, usually. So this is the problem though, is that they're going to be assigning the seating, like you're going to have the extra leg room for an extra $50. Like this is how they make their money, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to have the whatever for the, you're going to pay $75 for the first, like it just, like they're going to they'll probably institute first class, and that just changes it all. Right. So,
I mean, if you want to do that, but personally, we go all the way in the back. because I like being all the way in the back, right by the restrooms. We become friends with the flight attendants because we've got Easton, and they like kind of cater to us. I just
like that different airlines have different perks, and I feel like the more that they try to do the same thing because they're they're competing with each other, and they try to do something that they think works for the other airline that will
just changes the brand.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was a short one.
Okay, wait, give me another one.
You're having fun with this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's a weird one.
No, tell me.
It's a very niche, like very me thing.
Okay.
I have really...
You have stinky feet? What?
No. You guys...
I love stinky feet.
My feet in the shot, but free feet content. No, I have really weird thumbs. I have like the Megan Fox thumbs.
Okay.
And I will look at other people's thumbs. And I'm like, wow, you really don't appreciate your thumb enough. Like you have long fingers. Like I have these short, stubby. See, this is too niche. I'm going to cut this one out.
No, don't cut it out. That's actually funny.
Yeah, like I had these short, stubby thumbs. They used to like.
I don't think they're short. Let me see.
I will call him out right now. Bo Garcia used to come up to me. Well, I get nails done. He used to come up to me in high school, and we can zoom in on the thumbs.
Oh, I see them now. It's like a club.
Yeah, it's a clubbed thumb. Megan Fox has them. A couple other.
What is it? Is it just a? Does your family have it? Is it hereditary?
No. Yes, but
does it happen on womb?
I don't know. I have to go back and look. I feel like I've read stuff throughout the years where it's like either there was some incest in my family or it was a sign of royalty.
Oh, well, those are two very different things.
And then it's also called murderer's thumb. So like just all over the place, I kind of stopped doing the research because it was just like, all right, I don't need to know all this.
I have a double jointed thumb, so I can bend it all the way back. That's about it.
Can you do it for us?
I think so. Yeah. Where it like goes, it doesn't, I haven't stretched it in a while, but it'll go all the way back to
mine does not.
Yeah. This one's a little carpal tunnel-y now, so he's lost his, But I used to
You're
be able
bendy.
I used to, I'm very bendy.
Yeah. I'm very jealous. But no, I will call him out. Bo Garcia in high school used to come up to me every single day and go, "Stubs up, Court." And I'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm getting a thumb transplant."
Fuck you, Bo.
Yeah. He's so nice to me now, so.
Oh, okay.
He's
you're back, Bo.
Very nice.
You're
very
back,
nice
Bo.
to me now. Yeah, you're good. Okay, so that was the very niche one. Oh, I think you're going to disagree with me on this one.
Great.
Picnics. I don't like picnics. I think they're straight from hell.
What?
Just the bugs and the grass and
that's why you're in the picnic.
Otherwise, I don't like the bugs.
Well, then
around
don't
my food.
Then you got to enjoy nature somehow. Bugs live outside.
Yeah. If it's on a picnic table, sure. Just sitting in the grass, like at Centennial Park. I did that once. I was like, why don't I like this? This is not like it.
Oh,
just,
I
like,
love
made me
it. I actually
cringe.
prefer to sit in the grass. I don't even like the blanket.
Okay, so we disagree about one thing. I just think I just like that's my favorite thing in the whole world actually, just to sit in the sun and like read a book or like. Yes, I can do that. It's the food. It's bringing all the food and sitting. You have to be like there's picnic food. Why don't you take me on a picnic? I'll take you on a picnic. All right, a picnic basket. A picnic basket. Okay, so that one just I like Dunkin' Donuts over Starbucks. I think Dunkin' is way better. I agree. Their food is it's not. I personally like Memento. Yeah, over everybody. There's a place called Memento that's kind of in between Brittany's and I's house, and like every time she's like, "I'm gonna get Memento," I'm like, "She'll be here in an hour." I can't help it. I mean, well, because it's a small business, and so they do it does run a little slow, and not for anything. It's because it's so good. There are a lot of people that are like in this. They have a drive-through, and the people are so nice there. They're so nice. I don't think they named it after me, but they definitely named it because I ordered it so much. They actually they know it's me. What? The way I order a matcha. Oh, did they make it a drink? So it's called. You didn't tell me that. So it's called cursed. If there's one shot of espresso, it's called forbidden if it's 2 shots. So depending on my mood, I'll be like, hey, I would like a forbidden matcha or a cursed matcha. And they like the new people are like they blank out, and then there's people behind them like, oh, Britt. Hello, Brittany. Hello, Brittany. But yeah, no, Did I introduce you to Memento? That one day we went? You did introduce me to Memento, and I just never met. Yeah, that is something that I'm a little bit addicted to. But they make, when someone makes a great matcha, or when someone also, I just like vibes. The food is so solid. Mm-hmm. The people are really nice. The names are now all blanking on me, but I know them when I hit the window. Yeah. You really gave them a lot of business postpartum with Lenny. You were there every day.
I mean, yeah.
It was like your
I
thing
gotta
to get out of the
I'm
house.
gonna have to look at our taxes when we go through. How many times did I spend? I probably have spent at least $5,000.
No doubt. No doubt.
The yogurt, I always get like, and it's very clear that it's me too, because I get the Greek yogurt bowl
Yeah.
because I love the walnuts in it, and then I'll get the matcha
I remember you ordered it.
or
and
the chicken croissant.
I was on the way to your
sandwich.
house, and I pulled up, and I was like, Brittany. They were like,
Yeah,
"You're not Brittany." I was like, "It's
Yeah.
for Brittany, though."
yeah.
Okay.
I will seek out though. That's actually my thing.
Do you want to
outside? That's my unpopular opinion. I
will seek
prefer
what?
small coffee.
Oh, so do
shops.
I. But there's
Like I will
this,
seek it out.
this area is not that.
Have you
great
been to
for-
Tim Hortons though?
No.
I love.
Is
Tim
it good? It
Hortons.
just feels like it's a glorified. The way it looks like on the outside, like a glorified kind of Krispy Kreme and 7-Eleven mixed together.
Really?
how-
I feel like it's like a Wawa Dunkin' Donuts mix because it
Okay.
has the donuts and it has really good coffee.
Okay.
It's a good mix. It's solid
Okay.
and it's Canadian.
Oh, we're getting one right down here.
Oh
We're
really?
getting a bunch. We're getting like 3 coffee shops down here, so there's gonna be more.
Great. I
Nice.
love that. That is, you know what? I will say for every dollar I save in alcohol culture, I give to coffee culture.
With that, and what's weird about this area that we live in, I feel like there's not a lot of go in and sit places where like you and I can meet. It's a lot of drive-through coffee, little like
Yeah.
stands, like one-offs.
Well, and that's because of the way of our environment. So
and COVID, I think.
yes, it's because but even e-com businesses are doing that too, is that they realize that it's a good little marketing front to have these, but people aren't shopping like they used to. So you really just need spaces this big and then people to kind of like go through, like it,
Yeah.
you can serve more people that way.
100%.
But it does that because like you're missing the communication again. You're missing the vibe, and that's what I like about Memento.
Yes, there is a vibe. There's one called Compassion Coffee that's opening up, and they're supposed to like give back to the community and like give kids free lunches and stuff like that. So I'm really excited
I
for that
love
one to come.
that.
Yeah, it's a sit down. I'm like, ooh, this is a good place for us to meet.
I love that.
But yeah, okay. I'm gonna read. Do you have one?
I have one.
Okay, do it. Go.
I think GLP-1 is the new Botox.
Yeah, it's being used everywhere.
And I have no problems with it. This is not a judgment on people who use
No.
it. I don't care. I don't know what I just I think that, and we've talked about this before, even with Botox, or just our generation is so scarred by the cosmopolitan era that we had growing up, like
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret model. And I still think that we feed into it. And as much as we go into this, I'm body positive and like, I want to love myself, we still feed into like
The shortcuts.
And I personally don't like when someone does something and then is an influencer online and then hides that they do that.
Right.
Because it is such a disservice to the people who are watching it. And again, you like, here we go. People are gonna be like, you don't know anybody anything. No, you don't. But if you're an influencer and you're preaching that you got your body to where it is
Because you're working out.
and then you wait until like 4 slides down to be like, oh, I mean, I did do some GLP-1, but like that's not actually what got me there. That's unfair. That's unfair and unfounded, because if you didn't we don't know if you would have gotten there or how long or whatever. Like
Then you're sitting there comparing yourself, being like, well, they can get there by
Right.
doing that workout. Like, why can't I?
Right. And what drives me nuts is that in our our podcast and like in my life, when I'm talking about parenting things that might be controversial, people will say like, that's dangerous for you to have that opinion and put it out there. And no one comes after that, which I think is more dangerous.
Right.
Is producing an image or a persona of something that is not who you are at all, and then you're not only not preaching, like you're not only not being yourself and being authentic, you're giving false advertisement.
Yeah.
And I think that causes a lot of harm.
I think it does too. I think
It drives me insane, because that is the number one that people hide. Just like and the reason why I say GLP-1 is the new Botox, because there was a while where people would be like, oh, I didn't get Botox. And it's very fucking clear you got Botox.
yeah.
Right. And I will say in the very beginning, I didn't just outright say I had it before, like when I was on Very Cavallari. But then I was like, whoa, I actually have an episode where I go to my friend's Botox place and like show that we do it, because it's
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, we went over to
watch one.
Indy and Elizabeth did it, because I was like, it's a part of who I am. If people don't like, if you don't align with what I'm doing or you don't like what I'm doing, okay. But I'm not going to lie about it, because I don't want to hurt your, like, it's such a strange world that we live in, that we hide our true selves because we want to be more likable. But in the end, it makes us less likable because because we're not being who we really are.
At the end of the day, just own it. If you're going to do it, that's fine. That's your choice, whatever.
Right.
And I think that there's people that really need that drug because of diabetes, number one, or really cannot lose that weight. And it is
right. And again, your body, your
healthy.
choice. I don't care like what you do with your body. If you choose, I personally am not a fan of GLP-1, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you did that. Like, whatever. I don't like when you tell me straight to my face, you're like, oh no, I just did this naturally. And you then move the goalpost to then try to tell me that GLP-1 is natural. And that drives me up a wall and around the corner.
Right. It's like that chick from like Legally Blonde where she's like, I had liposuction. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, did you watch that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. When it's,
I'm very bad I'm not the movie quoter.
okay. Well, it's like that. She's a fitness influencer. She's like a fitness mogul, and she's trying to prove that she was not at the scene of the crime. And they're like, okay, well, where were you? She's like, I can't tell you because it'll ruin me. And then she's like, Elwood, she's like, I was having liposuction. So Elle has to find like a loophole, because she's like, I won't let you go down. It's just, but it's like that.
But it's like that.
It's like that.
Yeah.
So
We're so worried about ourselves that we're just not even true to ourselves, which then makes us resentful people. And then we lie, and then we just wonder why it's not working out. It's just a vicious circle. And so I just think if you're going to do something, you do it with your whole chest.
yeah,
You know?
or just own it. Be like, hey, I'm going on GLP-1 because I don't like my body and I want to have a shortcut.
I mean, in
Cool.
like a
Done.
perfect example outside of even all that, for a very long time, I never even admitted anybody that I was like from Philly. Like I'd be
Really?
like, well, I'm from there, but I actually I went to Miami. Like I would like, because I was so ashamed that people would think that I was aggressive, or because they immediately go like, you're a cold hearted, biatch, whatever.
I can relate to that, because I think I was like, when I would move, I say now, I'm from Delaware, but I've lived in South Carolina. I haven't lived there in forever. But it's funny because usually when I say I'm from Delaware, I basically say I'm from the Philly area, because no one knows where Delaware is. But like, yeah, I mean, I own that, but I feel like
I didn't own
I'm
that
so
for a long
far
time.
away from that.
Yeah, because I'd be like, well, I don't say water. I say water,
Look at you.
And a lot of it came down to where, like, internally, it was just shame about my family situation. It wasn't about where I was from. It was about my specific arena of my family environment, and that I didn't want that to follow me. And so for a long time too, I didn't even tell anybody I was ever a Hooters girl. I'm in the Hooters Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that was a big part of my life. If someone's going to say, oh, you're taking feminism 10 years back, like, let that person say that.
Yeah.
That doesn't change the fact, like, I've made that decision. I was a Hooters girl. I wore the orange shorts. I was very proud. I am a very proud Hooters girl.
Yeah.
Like, I really, that's an era I will miss in my life. Like, I had very great opportunities, and I will never regret doing that. And so if someone's like, oh, what, it would be like, because I'd be worried about what people would say about how it affects my parenting, that I wouldn't say that I was a Hooters girl. That's dishonest.
Yeah. 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 No. Okay. I think this will be the last one.
Okay.
I'm just going to read it word for word because I like the way I did it. I said it. Baths are not relaxing. I need something actively splashing me in the face. That's what I wrote. I don't like baths.
Wow.
Do you like baths?
I love a bath.
I
would fall asleep when I was a kid. I would fall asleep. My mom would be like,
That's not good.
no, Mom, I guess it's fear of drowning. But no, I have pictures of like my hair, like laying, I still do it. Like, I just like to just put my head under for a second.
My brain, I think it's my slow COMT. My brain just goes it just I start doing it's like yoga for me. Like, I can't really do yoga because I mean, I can't, if I sat there and forced myself to go, I'm sure I could probably get into it.
You're probably a person that doesn't like to meditate.
Nope.
Okay, so if you went to yoga, you would be doing it for the motions.
Yes.
So
a flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I just start doing my to-do list. It gets super, super hot. I feel like I'm sitting in my own, I would shower after my bath. I feel like my
I know,
hair
I
gets
feel
like
people-
doesn't feel as clean.
I don't wash my hair in the bath.
Okay.
So I will wash my hair in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like, I mean, sometimes, I mean, honestly, I take a bath with my kids. So I like, we like, we'll play whatever the three, and to me, it's just like, we get all done at the same time. And so
It's nice.
I've changed that rule a little bit, but for the general rule, I usually don't do that just because I like, yeah.
Yeah. With washing your hair? Is what
Yeah.
you're saying? Yeah. No, I have to do shower. I love a shower. I love getting a really, now I know it's really bad for you, but like, I don't care. Really hot shower, like steaming hot, and just I could stay in there forever. Like when I'm hungover,
Wait, a
my
hot shower is bad for you?
We were Dr. Chad, I think, was it on the podcast or was it not? I can't remember, but we were talking about how if there's chlorine in the water,
Oh,
and
okay.
like you're doing like a super hot shower, like all those chemicals are just like you're just
Seeping in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a water filter. I'm not worried about that.
just bought one. I have to put it on. Filter baby, sponsor us. Just kidding. So yeah, I love showers. Like when I'm hungover, I'm in the shower in and out. Like,
Oh no, I could spend hours in the bath.
uh-uh.
Like, but I would have to
can't
keep the
think of
water.
the
The problem is I have
last
to keep
time.
the water on.
Oh,
Like I have to have like a flowing. Does it feel like a waterfall?
okay.
You know, and then
Yeah.
I just so I can hear the bath and I'm sitting there, and then I like, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'll get you bath bombs. Just don't get me any bath bombs.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's great.
You
Yeah,
might as well just keep them because I won't use. I can't tell you the last time I took a bath.
it depends on the bath bomb though.
Oh.
I'm very picky
Okay. Well, then I will not get bath
because I don't want to
bombs.
disturb my flora.
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't buy you anything.
So I like
that would-
I like flakes, like magnesium flakes, like ancient flakes. Sponsor
Okay.
us.
Can we just make that a thing? Sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
Okay, I think that's all. Yeah. That's all. That's all the ones I had. Do you have any that popped into your head?
Unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
I did, but I think it's best for another time.
Oh, now I really want to know what it is.
I just think
We
it's
can always
it's
cut it
kind
out.
of judgy, and I'm trying to word it so it's not judgy. So I shall wait for another day.
Dang. And you won't tell me after this?
I need to like figure out how I'm going to bring.
We'll bring the teleprompter in so you can write something up. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah,
So that you don't go off on a tangent.
yeah. It's about mom groups.
Now I really want to know.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like, I don't know. Like I don't know.
I feel like now you have to. I can cut it out.
No, you don't have to cut it out. I just don't know how to say it without sounding like a judge monster. So I'm not like.
Can I try and say it? Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like mom groups, like people that are like 4 or 5 moms that like hang out, like a TikTok mom kind of group. Or you're talking about like mom groups that are like organized and they like meet every week, like a book club mom group.
Yes.
You don't like those?
No.
I
I don't like them, not because I think they're beneficial to somebody, but to me it is such a superficial, like my experience has been, it is a very superficial like thing because you don't know, like truthfully you're meeting moms on a superficial level, right? But like I
know what you're trying to say.
it's very showy, and I don't
Showy?
like I feel like oh, this is what I do and this is what I bring, and like, oh, you know, like it's the same reason that I don't like opening gifts at a baby shower,
Okay.
because I feel like maybe I just haven't met the right group. Like
No,
maybe
I was going to say more like I really am intentional with who I spend my time with. And like, I don't really want to be thrown into a mom group of people that like I intentionally don't know individually.
yes,
You know what I
that's
mean?
maybe what it is. Maybe it's social
Like,
anxiety for that.
It's just like I don't need to meet. So some people need to meet that way. I think is what it is. I don't meet people that way. Like
Yeah.
I do just fine, just like meeting people.
Yes,
here and there.
organically.
Organically.
Yes, yes.
So
that's
it's just
what it
like
is.
I don't really feel the need. Like I struggle actually right now to join a Bible study group. I've thought about it
okay,
much.
same, very similar. I've had someone like that continually ask me to like go to this, and I
Yes.
just prayer is so individual and it's so intimate to me that like
Yes.
this is gonna sound very judgy. I just have a hard time of like someone being like, okay, I want to pray over everybody, and then like I just don't have that feeling.
I'm right there with you.
You know what I mean?
No, I know I'm right there with you. Like, and I'm not very super well versed in the Bible, which I know that Bible study is for, but like I had heard that like they have this walking group at our church, and like I think this was the pastor's wife was like, all right, what's your favorite Bible verse? And I wouldn't be able to sit here and just like throw one out there. You know what I mean?
And then God rested
yeah.
in the bathtub.
in the shower.
Yeah. I would just start saying Hail Mary.
And on the seventh day.
And on the seventh day, God rested. That would be my favorite.
But no, it just like that gives me anxiety. Like I'm like, okay, first of all, number one, I want to get a whole year of doing my devotions and just getting to know the Bible a little bit more before I got into that. But number two, even if I were to get there, again, I don't know if I could get there. So I'm actually with you on that. That's just not how I meet my people.
Yeah.
And I thought about wanting to read more and joining a book club, but maybe I'll like one or two people. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So I feel you. I don't think that was judgy or anything like that.
No, but I feel like somebody's going to be like, oh, it's because you're, I don't know, like you.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
That's again, remember this season, we're allowed to state our opinions. That doesn't mean that what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
It means, or we're judging you. It's just how we operate.
Yeah.
That's why it's I think a great episode for us to get our.
You know, some people don't like people with pink hair. I happen to love them. I really do.
So if
I love people with different color hair.
So if you found a mom group where everyone had pink or purple hair,
I'd be totally fine.
You'd be like, yes.
I'll put a wig on and be like, yo,
what's up? Why don't you just dye your hair pink or purple?
Because that's not very crunchy of me, is it? Maybe I can find some beet juice.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sure there's crunchy ways to dye your hair.
I got dragon fruit and beet juice and I put it in my hair and now it's dyed. Thank you.
I would love for you to try that to see if it does.
I'm going to bring anything.
Please. Oh my gosh. All right. So that is our unpopular opinions. I also want to make this like kind of fun. I want you guys to comment down below. I think it's in Spotify. You can comment.
Yeah. Or did we put up that thing on the website where people can like call in?
I'm going to.
Okay.
I think we're going to start that.
Yeah, we should totally ask moms their unpopular opinion and then discuss. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, maybe we'll do that for like an episode later on this season.
Yeah.
Because you can tell we're kind of going with the flow and it's just going to be a crazy season, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
But no, we also, that's a really good point, is we just redid our website. It was still kind of, we're still kind of fixing some of the stuff, but like
tweaks.
I think I'm going to find out how we can do that where you guys can like call in and we can like play it.
Or even just like, if it's just like a text. Yeah, like a write-in.
Like
just
that.
Stuff that, because like anonymous write-ins, I think that's fun too. Because sometimes people don't share their most authentic selves. Even here, like I'm trying and then I feel like I have to filter because I'm a little worried. But I think that if people feel anonymous in like their things, it'd be fun to do that. To comment.
And it just like creating a community with you guys.
Yeah.
And like just having that communication, like that's what I love the most about this podcast, is when you guys like message us and like talk to us and tell us what we are doing right or what we're doing wrong or what you want to hear. So, yeah.
The end.
Did you just cut me off?
I just really wanted to say that out. I don't know why. The end.
Does River do that? That's what it sounds like.
No, River says, and finally.
All right. And with that, finally, it's the end of this episode here at Truth Moms. Stay tuned for next week if we can get everything working. And hopefully, again, we have the 2 cameras. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Truth Moms. Remember, mamas, the truth starts at home.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps us reach more moms like you, and plus, it's free.
Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and we will keep dropping those truth bombs.